How do, gamesters? I haven't shot a video in a while, and it's about, almost 6 o'clock in the morning here, and I couldn't sleep. So I decided I would go ahead and shoot a quick pickups video. I have a lot of stuff. And I'm actually probably going to have to shoot another pickups video not too long after this because I just have such a magnitude of stuff. I haven't shot one, I think, in about a month. So it'll take me a while to go through everything. I guess people would call this maybe game hoarding, but I don't know. This is just something I like to do. I like to collect games, I like to play games, and this is the result. I end up getting a lot of stuff. So let's get started with some handheld games. The first one is Dr. Lautrec and the Forgotten Knights. That, from what I've heard, this is kind of a, I was going to try and not say too much in this video. See how that went. This was supposed to be a Professor Layton clone, and I haven't played it yet, so I really can't give my opinions on it. But as soon as I do, I will let you know how it is. I hear good and bad about it, but I picked it up for really cheap at GameStop, so yeah. Another game to add to the collection. Another game, again, haven't played it, is Castlevania Lords of Shadows Mirror of Fate. It's another 3DS game. I also hear good and bad about this as well. Picked it up brand new at GameStop for not too much. They were having a sale, I believe, so. I got a copy of Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 2. Got this off of eBay. I've been getting really good deals on eBay, so some of this stuff is from eBay. I haven't played it yet. I kind of want to play the first one. I was going to get the first one on eBay, and then I read something about Devil Survivor Overclocked is actually Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor 1, but better. I believe they improved the graphics, and it actually has like an epilogue, like an ending. So I would rather play that version than the original version. I haven't laid my hands on it yet. I got Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Ring of Fate. Also got this from eBay. I got Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings. I got Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, and this is actually frankened together. I do that a lot with my cases. This was a cart only that I picked up at a Play and Trade for cheap, and I ended up getting a case off of eBay, so that it's now complete with the case and the manual. Got a copy of the first Rune Factory, Fantasy Harvest Moon. I've played some Harvest Moon. I like Harvest Moon, and I figured I would like Rune Factory because it's Harvest Moon with RPG elements. I got Valkyrie Profile, Covenant of the Plume. I was at Target, and I found a copy of Shinobi for cheap. And it's still sealed. A lot of times I buy a lot of games used, so they're not sealed. So if I haven't played it and it's sealed, I tend to want to keep it sealed because it lets me know I haven't played it yet. Got a copy of Ninja Town. I've been looking for this game for a while, and I ended up finding it really cheap on eBay, and I was really excited because it usually goes for a lot. And it did have a nasty GameStop sticker covering up the spine art, and you see the result when I tried to get it off with heat and stuff. It just ripped up. So, unfortunately, I haven't been able to find new cover art for this, but I'll live with the spine being kind of crazy. And one of my best finds is I found a copy of Okamiden at GameStop, and I bought this used, and for some reason they kept the case. They usually don't for DS games. It was actually sitting in their glass case with other loose cart DS games. It was kind of really odd, but I snapped it up immediately because it came complete with the case in the manual. Then my last handheld game is I got the collector's edition of Bravely Default. I can do an unboxing of this if you'd like to see it, but I know there's a lot of them out there, so I don't really feel the need to. My box is actually very nice because I ordered this from Best Buy. I had coupons and stuff, and I managed to get this for a lot cheaper than a lot of other people, and the box was really nice. So, tip for the future, if you order one of these, try not to go with Amazon, maybe go with Best Buy, because they do package their stuff really well. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to grab some stuff in no particular order. From my best friend, my reseller friend, he's also my best friend, I got some games. I got a copy of the Grand Stream Saga complete for the PlayStation. I also got a copy of Resident Evil Code Veronica for the Dreamcast. I've heard that this is a really, really difficult Resident Evil game, but I've also heard that Resident Evil Code Veronica X is not as difficult, so I have both versions because I'm kind of crazy like that. This I had to kind of franken together because, funny thing with the seller, I ended up just getting the inserts and the disc and not the demo disc and not the case. It was supposed to be complete with the case and everything. That's what the picture was, and it wasn't, and it was a lot for 3 games. Convoluted and crazy, but I ended up not paying very much for it anyway, and it came with another game, so I really wasn't too upset about that. I ended up getting the demo disc and another case for cheap. So I now have this complete. Got a copy of, in that same lot, I ended up getting a copy of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. This also didn't have a case. It just came complete with everything, artwork and all. So I have a bunch of CD cases that I kept back from when I clean out my CD collection. And if I get a game that's got a crappy case, I'll just replace the case with those. I also got a copy of Resident Evil 2. Not the DualShock version, but it is complete. There's some cracks in the cases, but that's okay. I'm still looking for a copy of Resident Evil 1. I've heard the Saturn version is the best, but that's kind of pricey right now. Got a copy of The Legend of Dragoon for PlayStation. I had this recommended to me as a really, really good RPG to do with dragons, and I have a slight obsession with dragons. Got a copy of Heart of Darkness for the PlayStation. It is complete, does not come with the 3D glasses. I was actually looking at an auction for Heart of Darkness with the 3D glasses, but I ended up not putting a bid in on it, and somebody else got it. So that was my stupid fault. Also, these next couple of games are from my best friend. I got Pocket Fighter for the PlayStation. It had a crappy case, but I replaced the case. I also got Saga Frontier 2. And he was selling a guide for this on his site, and he asked me if I wanted it. And I said that he didn't have to do that, and he said, no, I'm asking you, do you want it? Because I'll just send it to you. And I said, well, yeah, sure. And he sent it to me. He's a complete sweetheart. So thank you very much, James. I appreciate that. Okay, let me see. I got, for the Xbox, these next 2 games for Xbox, I got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. What is it? The Sith Lords. And I got this for actually pretty cheap on eBay. And this it goes for a lot. And I can't remember if I showed that in a pickups video or not, but I do have the original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I got Otogi, Myth of Demons. And I got Otogi 2, Immortal Warriors. Trying to go through this kind of quick because I have so much stuff. I have some games for the PlayStation 2. I have the Mega Man X collection. I've actually never played a Mega Man game, and I decided I would go ahead and maybe start picking up some of these Mega Man collections so I can start playing Mega Man stuff, because it does look like a cool platformer. Yes, I know, I'm kind of crazy. I haven't played some of this stuff before. I got Dragon Quest VIII, Journey of the Cursed King. And this is complete. I had to stick the extra manual in the back here, because when you actually put it in the, that kind of came loose a little bit, but when you actually put it in the case, the case won't close. But this does come with the Final Fantasy XII demo, which was nice. So it's absolutely complete. I did have to buy the manual separately because it only came with the Final Fantasy XII demo manual, which is kind of crazy. I don't know how this was originally actually I do know how this was originally packaged. It had a box, so I'm sure that the extra manual went in the box, and I don't have the box for this. If anybody has an extra box going spare for this, I would appreciate it. Thank you. I got Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. I got this absolutely brand new on eBay for actually really pretty cheap, so I was happy to get that. I got Star Wars Racer Revenge, and this was one of my favorite Nintendo 64 games, and I did not know that they made a sequel to it. So I was looking up obscure Star Wars games and found out they made this, and I immediately jumped on eBay to see if I could find a copy, and I did, and I got it for cheap. I got the special edition Steelbook edition of Resident Evil 4. This comes, and I can't remember how much I paid, but it was a steal because it comes complete with everything, both the discs, the laser cell of Ada Wong, plus the art book and the manual. And the laser cell is numbered. I would like to have the special edition of this that was the GameStop exclusive, because it had a laser cell of Leon Kennedy, I believe. And I like Ada as a character, but I really like Leon. I think he's great. So I'm trying to get this back in here without smishing the laser cell. But yeah, I was excited I got this just for such a steal. I was shocked I won it. This is also from my friend. I got a copy of Valkyrie Profile 2, Silmeria. Complete and in really nice shape. Alright, this next stack of games is for the Xbox 360. I got Kengo, Legend of the Nine. I ended up getting this disc only and got the case and manual and insert off of eBay, so it's now a complete game. Picked up a copy of Left 4 Dead. I have a slight obsession with zombies, if you don't know, by all the Resident Evil games I picked up. If it's a zombie game, I will most likely try to pick it up, as long as it's not too scary. I don't think I'm going to be playing Dying Light, because that just looks incredibly spooky. Got a copy of Gears of War. Gears of War 2. And Gears of War 3. I did not get Gears of War, what is it, Judgment? It's Judgment or Armageddon, I can't remember which. Either way, I was told never, ever, 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 never in the history of ever get and play that game. So, I won't. It won't bother me. And that was actually said to me by one of the guys at GameStop, and it's their job to sell games, so I know it must be a bad game. He was a complete, utter nut for Gears of War, and said that was just a shame and an abomination on all of Gears of War. Let me know y'all guys' opinions, because I thought that was kind of interesting. And this last stack of games is for the Wii. Got a copy of Thor, God of Thunder. I heard this game actually isn't too bad. It's technically not a movie tie-in. It is, but it isn't. The actors reprise their roles in this game, so I was excited to get it for that. But it's almost like a side story to the movie. So because it's not a direct tie-in, I find that the games that just use the characters are actually pretty decent. Got a copy of Rhythm Heaven Fever. Got a copy of Dragon Quest Swords. What is the subtitle? The Masked Queen and the Tower of Mirrors. And I was really shocked that I found this complete. I went to a GameStop I go to all the time, and I've looked at their Wii games countless times, and I happened to be in line, and the Wii games were right next to the line, and I glanced over, and I saw the spine, and I just stopped dead, and I went, no way, and I snatched it from where I was at in line, and I weighed it, and I can tell by the weight now whether it's got a manual or not, and I could tell I had the manual. I opened it up, it did have the manual, and I said, this is so mine, because I've been looking for this for a while, but all of the copies that I could find were disc only, so I was really, really excited to pick this up, because it's super cheap at GameStop. I got Lego Harry Potter, years 1 through 4. I'm trying to get all the Lego games on the Wii systems. So I know that they've kind of converted over to Wii U now, and I'm going to continue on there. I got Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams collection. I'm trying to get the Gottlieb collection. I have a case in the manual for it, but I don't have the disc. I got Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo's Dungeon, another surprising GameStop find. It was complete. I was really kind of excited about that. I got Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. Now this wasn't complete. It was missing the manual. I got the manual off of eBay, so now it is complete. And last but not least, I got a complete copy of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, The Crystal Bears. It's actually not too expensive at GameStop, and again, was really, really, really shocked to find this entirely complete. So that's not all of my pickups, but a good chunk of them for the past, I think, month and a half. And I thank you guys for watching. It I try not to talk too much, but it was long by default because I had so many games. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'm sure you all want to see more reviews, and I'm getting around to that. Right now, I am mildly obsessed with Thief. I've been playing that quite a bit, and I will probably be able to give my thoughts and opinions on that in not too long. I'm going on vacation for about a week here next week, so I won't be getting any playtime in at all. Unfortunately. Well, fortunately for me because I'm going on vacation and doing something I really like, but unfortunately for the gaming side of me, I won't be able to get a lot of gaming in. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, peace, love, and happy gaming. Bye.